the last time that the establishment was this unresponsive to its citizens, George Washington picked up a gun and started shooting people.
Well, that's right.
And I'm not advocating violence,
No.
obviously. And but what we need to do, and the truckers in Canada during COVID laid a template for this, which is why they overreacted to them so hard, because they knew they didn't want them, just like when Joe Biden crushed that railroad strike. They had to do that because that would have showed everybody the power of workers.
Yes.
Because the railroad is the backbone of capitalism, and if you shut that down, it shuts down, and the oligarchs get hurt, right? And so they had to stop that. They made it illegal for them to go on strike. And so what I said is that after Thomas Massey is that we need to have, what if all the railroad workers just didn't show up for work for a week or so? What if the port workers didn't show up? What if all the truck drivers didn't show up, and then they went and they occupied Wall Street? Which is why Occupy Wall Street scared the hell out of them.
Yes.
And because that was the left and the right. So you had the Tea Party upset about the banks. You had the left progressives upset about the banks. They had a common interest, because that's the thing they don't want you to know, is that we actually have a common interest. They want you to keep turning against your neighbor like your neighbor's the problem.
Exactly.
And your neighbor's not your problem. Your neighbor is suffering under the same oligarchy that you're suffering under.
Exactly.
And they don't want you to realize that you have shared interests, and that we can work on the other stuff later, but we got to come together to stop these WEF globalist billionaires that actually run and dictate our lives. And so that's what I'm saying, is that we need to have, for all the grocery store workers, all the UPS, all the Amazon, if a couple of them did it together, it would show the power of the workers that we actually can take. And you have to have a protest. When you have a protest, you have to have a demand. So that's why, those No Kings marches, right? Or protests, those are psyops.
Of course.
How do you know they're a psyop? Because there's no demand. You have to have a demand, a concrete demand. And so if the workers shut down, if the railroad workers, port workers, truck drivers, if they shut down,